Hello, beautiful. Okay, so today I want to talk about the differences between loving yourself and self-care and taking care of yourself and making yourself a priority and being completely selfish. Now, I know both words involve the word self, but so does selfless. Selfless involves the word self as well, but it doesn't mean the same thing. Thank you, English language. So, I want to talk about the difference between self-care, self-love, and being a selfish individual. A lot of people say there's a thin line between the two, and loving yourself is selfish. You're supposed to love this person more than you love yourself. And I just feel funny about that. Okay, so 15 years ago, I would have said I was a selfless person. I was a completely selfless person. And I thought I cared about myself a lot because on the outside it looked like I care about myself. Ooh, look at, she's pretty, or she drives a nice car. She loves herself. No, that doesn't mean you love yourself. You cannot tell if someone loves themselves based on what they look like. That person likes to look nice, and they want to look attractive, and they want to have nice things. Doesn't mean that they are taking care of themselves, or they love themselves, or they even love those things, right? It doesn't mean any of that. Like, you can't really define a person based on what they look like, what they have, what they don't have, and what they don't look like. You shouldn't be defining people like that. I hope you're not. So I'll start with self-love and self-care, right? I was talking about how 15 years ago, when I look back, right, at the time I thought I loved myself, right? It was an illusion, because when I looked in a mirror, it looked like I loved myself. That's the perception I had of myself when I looked in a mirror. Oh, well, you look like you love yourself. Then you probably do love yourself. And other people probably thought the same thing. But reality is, I think about it, and I didn't love myself. And a couple of reasons why I look back and say I didn't love myself. I mean, I didn't hate myself, but I didn't care about myself enough. I cared about myself to an extent. I got up every day, I took care of myself. I made sure I had a roof over my head. Those basic things, right? Great. I was taught to do that. I had to learn how to do that so that I can function. But did I really care about myself, right? Did I protect myself from, the dangers of life and people? Did I even see those dangers in life and in people? Did I even notice them to protect myself from that? Was I being naive? My aunt always called me naive. And I understand it now. She's older than me, and she's, lived. And at the time, I was like, yeah, whatever. Naive. So 15 years ago, I would have to say that I wasn't aware. I was getting aware of people's, things that they were doing to me, and what I felt they were doing to me, and were they really doing it, and kind of deciphering the difference between oh my God, blah, blah, back and forth, what's going on around me. But I find that I didn't protect myself. I let myself be vulnerable. I didn't have a Band-Aid on. It's like I just got a cut. I washed it. I did the bareness. I washed it, but it's open. So I didn't put a Band-Aid on it. You got to put a Band-Aid on it, right? Protect it from the dirt, the outside world, until it heals, until it closes up and it heals, and it can withstand the wind and, you know, whatever's going on around it. I didn't put my band-aids on. I was just getting cut and walking around, you know, washing it up and letting it just be out, you know, like letting it heal the natural way. I don't need any band-aids. I'm wild. You know, like that comes with backlashes. I allowed people to abuse me. I allowed people to talk to me anyway. I guess my way of dealing with that was walking away. Instead of saying, please don't talk to me like that. Or, why are you talking to me like that? Or, why are you doing that to me? What's your problem? You think you want to stop? What's going on? You know, asking questions, or, you know, I would just walk away. I would just walk away. Leave. Run. Remove myself from the situation. Not deal with it. And I thought that that was loving myself. You know, I love myself. I'm removing myself from the situation. Instead of standing up to this person, even people that I love. I mean, people that I love. That love me. Everybody loves differently, right? So, love. That word, right? I had to stand up to them. And when I started standing up to people, I realized, boom, I love myself. Because I'm worth, you know, asking questions for. I'm worth speaking back for. I'm worth that. Before, I didn't feel like I was worth it. I would just walk away and like, all right, I don't want to deal with this. I didn't see the connection between self-value and standing up for myself. You know, I let people just, you know, whatever. And I would just bottle it up inside and mumble about it to myself and be angry and write about it and talk about it to my therapist and complain and feel sorry for myself and have pity parties alone. Nobody was invited. So, you know, you have to stand up for yourself. Like when you feel like you're in a situation and somebody is not respecting you or being nice to you. Now, I didn't always stand up for myself in the nicest way. You know, I had to work on it. It was my first time standing up for myself. What do you want from me? I would yell. I would cuss. You know, I'd be mad and slam doors. That was me trying to figure out how to stand up for myself. Now, with more experience and realizing that all of that aggressiveness doesn't lead to progress, you know, it's just kind of like I'm just standing up for myself and being nasty about it. It's kind of like defeating the purpose. Like now I make a very conscious effort to stand up for myself in a, you know, respectful way as much as I can, or wait until I sizzle down a little bit and then talk. That's self-care. That's self-love. Not letting people beat you down and abuse you or, you know, cheat on you, whatever it is, you know, like right in front of your face, you know, spit on you, call you names, and then call back, oh, I love you. You know, those things happening to me, I did it to other people. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Whatever people do to you, you're more